They are, after all, enjoying the dividends of the democracy they cast their votes for.
Olumide will be telling us the new set of guidelines the Central Bank of Nigeria has released regarding China.
You first. First Bank.
Welcome to Business News. Nigeria's central bank has issued a new set of regulations guiding transactions by authorized dealers in the Chinese currency of renminbi. Under the new bilateral currency swap arrangement aimed at easing trade relations with China, the central bank says all purchases shall not be used for payments in which the beneficiaries are not domiciled in China. The new regulations also prohibit banks from opening domiciliary accounts in renminbi for customers, while all funds sourced by the banks must be utilized within 72 hours from the value date. CBN therefore notifies that a twice-weekly bidding auction for the Chinese currency will be conducted and the bids settled at spot through a multiple price book bidding process. The FMDQ OTC Securities Exchange has launched a 3-year Nigerian Green Bond Market Development Program, making Nigeria the first African nation to issue such a security. At the official launch in Lagos, the government, regulators and operators made a commitment to the success of the project. Channels Television's business correspondent Temple Ashaju reports.
This meeting marks the end of a 3-day series of activities geared towards market awareness on green financing and the birth of a new challenge in the Nigerian capital market. A 10.69 billion naira 3-year green bond market development program tenured at 5-year and offered at a coupon rate of 13.48%.
The federal government of Nigeria, through the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Finance, are glad to be contributors to this initiative. Our expectations in issuing the pilot green bond was meant to serve as a catalyst for what is being launched today.
With all hands on deck, the Securities and Exchange Commission promised commitment to the specialized debt program.
The proceeds are ring-fenced because they are supposed to be in a dedicated account that is domiciled with the custodian, and therefore they are not commingled with any other kind of fund. That will cut out the story that we have had in the past where bond issues were used, or proceeds rather, were used to pay salaries.
The debt program is the result of a partnership between the FMDQ, Financial Sector Deepening Africa, and Climate Bonds Initiative.
Not only to reduce emissions, but also to begin to contribute sustainably to how we finance a variety of things, from afforestation across the country, primarily in the north, where there's a significant problem with desertification, but also in parts of the south, where there's serious issues with erosion.
It's a starting point to get us to start to think about what the future development of Nigeria's economy needs to be, to make it more economically competitive, but also to be able to sustain itself under, challenging times.
With this offer, Nigeria becomes one of the few countries of the world with sovereign green bond issues, valued at a total of $155 billion, with over 1,500 issues. Temple Ashaju, Channels Television News.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange held its 57th annual general meeting today in Lagos, where its full-year financial results for 2017 were announced. The exchange's latest financial statements show a total income of 8.30 billion naira for the group and 3.82 billion naira surplus before tax for the year ended 31st December 2017. Representing an 86% increase in gross earnings compared to the 4.46 billion naira achieved in 2016. Commenting on the results, the Chief Executive Officer of the NSE, Mr. Oscar Yema, says the positive performance affirms the resilience of the local stock market and its potential as a catalyst for economic growth in Nigeria and the hub for Africa. More demands for stocks at the NSE propelled the all-share index and the equities capitalization deeper into positive territory amidst favorable macroeconomic fundamentals. Uche Alaku has the report.
Nigeria's stock market today sustained the bull run which started Monday this week by another strong margin of 1.56%, while equities cap surged back above 14 trillion naira. The rally, which is attributed to more bargain hunting by portfolio investors, was driven significantly by a 3.72% increase from industrial goods sector as well as banks and consumer goods. In price performance, 29 gainers were led by a 10.07% increase from salt maker Nascon, while Eternal Oil tops a list of 19 laggards, down by 4.96%. With over 100 million units traded each, the shares of Wapik Insurance and GT Bank are the highest contributors to a total of 492.04 million shares sold in over 4,700 transactions. And that's the stock market report. I'm Uche Alaku.
Finally, mixed sentiments trail Thursday's trading session for major global stock markets as investors digest ECB comments on chance of higher interest rates. And here are some of the closing figures. And that's business news tonight. I'm Olumide Macaulay. Melinda will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
You First. First Bank.
The governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, has announced that a new development initiative for the 2018 planting season will gulp 4.1 billion naira as land development, infrastructure and agriculture receive massive attention. The governor was speaking during the flag-off of the 2018 farming season at Atani.
An excited atmosphere, charged up by the dance performance of Igwolu cultural troops, heralds the arrival of Governor Willie Obiano. It is the 2018 farming season flag-off at Atani Central School Field, Obaru local government area of the state, and the governor felicitates with the great farmers of the state. Governor Obiano moves to inspect agricultural produce displayed by farmers from the 21 local government areas. The various items on display speak volume of how rich and fertile the land is. The event will theme Developing Agriculture through Cluster Farming Sustainability targets cluster-based farming initiative across the state. The State Commissioner for Agriculture, Mechanization, Processing and Export gives progress report on agricultural development.
In 2016, if I might draw that analysis, the programs and investors had contributed over 25% of the state target production in rice in 2017 and over 37% of our target production in 2017.
For the governor, his vision of making agriculture the #1 pillar of his administrative blueprint is not in vain.
We have finalized plans to invest the sum of 1.5 billion in land development and 2 billion in providing infrastructure and 600 million in procuring agricultural input and machinery. This plan is new. Consequently, we plan to grow our cooperatives from 2,401 to 2,836 in 2018.
High point of the event is a symbolic flag-off of 2018 farming season, with the governor driving the tractor after which he plants cassava and grains. The e-Agric mobile app and market information system platform are unveiled, and with the presentation of identity cards and checks to beneficiaries.
The federal government is considering an increase in welfare packages for the Nigeria Customs Service. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, told a gathering organized by the service in Abuja that the move has become imperative owing to the joint strides taken by the agency in revenue generation.
One after the other, officers of the Nigerian Customs Service file out to receive their certificates after months of rigorous academic exercise that is expected to impact on their performance in revenue generation. In attendance is the service chiefs and heads of agencies. The Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service re-emphasizes his drive for capacity building, which has recently improved revenue generation.
Last month, May 2017, was the month we realized our highest collection in terms of monthly statistics. As it stands today, Your Excellency, in May 2018, we collected total collection of 100.1 billion.
The Vice President promises to look into the demand for an upward review in the remuneration of officers of the Nigerian Customs Service. This is expected to serve as a morale booster in getting the job of revenue generation achieved.
I agree that an enhanced remuneration structure is deserved, and we should indeed pay better, especially in the light of the great advances that have been made in revenue collection by the Customs Service.
While the days of academic exercises are over, the expectations from these officers are high as they utilize their knowledge for the Nigeria Customs Service.
And after that event, tragedy was averted after the helicopter conveying the Vice President made an emergency landing. 15 seconds after departure, the helicopter began to emit smoke as it lost one of its engines. The white-collared helicopter was forced to make an emergency landing for the first time owing to high temperatures. Professor Osinbajo was immediately escorted into a waiting vehicle and conveyed back to the State House by road. And still ahead of the news at 10, Nigeria's Super Eagles slipped by 1 point to occupy 48th position in the monthly FIFA rankings. That's on Sports News. Stay with us.